With the coronavirus, the whole world is traveling a hard road right now. But we are traveling together on this globe. Hi, I'm Soo-Young Kwon, a professor teaching counseling and coaching at Yonsei University in South Korea. These days, I often meditate upon the mask I wear. What is a mask to you now? Each day, I hesitate to throw away the mask I wore the day before. I have been wearing the same disposable mask for 5 days already. In Korea, each person can purchase only 2 masks once a week due to the restrictions the government imposed. Although we are informed that 2 masks per week are available for us, if we go to a pharmacy and wait in line, the anxiety that the number of masks are decreasing one by one is hard to overcome. A few days ago, I called my daughter, who is a senior in college, currently working as an intern in the United States. Although I wasn't able to do the same, I urged her to wear 1 disposable mask a day. But the situation wasn't any better for my daughter either. She said that it's extremely difficult to buy masks there, and even if she gets a mask, she can't wear it freely when she goes outside. Many Asians wearing disposable masks were being mistaken as virus infectors. What is a mask to you now? Since the COVID-19 pandemic, we have been in an invisible world with masks between us. In some countries, people wearing masks are treated as if they were criminals. Those countries advise their people not to wear masks if they were not infected. However, it is quite the opposite in Korea. Everyone wears a mask. That's why the so-called mask chaos occurred. Not only is the Korean government facing difficulty in providing masks due to the shortage, but also many Koreans are in a state of psychological chaos. Suppose you see someone in front of you wearing a mask. How do you feel? Do you feel the urge to avoid him or her? Or I guess you might have enough antipathy to scream. If you understand the archetype of the mask in a non-judgmental way, you can quickly see that masks are not something to fear after all. In fact, the mask is a medium that closely connects ourselves and others who are vulnerable. A few years ago, I bought beautifully designed winter masks. I thought that such a mask would be a good fashion item to match the color of my clothes. One day, I wore the mask to work to show off my sense of style. Contrary to my expectation, no one was impressed with my fashion. Instead, most people asked me, "Dr. Kwon, are you sick? You must have caught a cold." Right, the mask wasn't a fashion item in the first place. I might have mindlessly bought the mask without fully considering the archetype of the mask. What is a mask then? It is an object that hides our wounds. And at the same time, it is an archetypal symbol that informs other people of our pain. So we ask the people wearing masks, "How are you doing?" rather than saying, "That's cool." As vulnerable beings, anyone can be a patient at any time. And therefore, with empathy and compassion, we show our heart of care to those who wear masks, instead of pouring hatred upon them. When you go to the hospital, not only patients, but also medical personnel wear masks. Recently, I received a box of surgical masks for medical staff from a friend of mine. I was overjoyed. However, I received some impressive information as well. Originally, medical masks were designed to protect patients from medical personnel. In other words, the medical personnel were actually vulnerable to germs and viruses coming from outside. At times like today, when we are facing COVID-19, such a mask may feel like a useless item, but I found that these masks actually imply the altruistic, archetypal spirit of the mask. So what is the archetypal meaning of the mask? It is a matter of care, indicating that we do not want to hurt our vulnerable companions. When we Koreans catch a cold or flu, we wear masks to prevent the virus from spreading to family members and others. From my own cultural point of view, masks have become a medium to connect me and others, and to create a heart of compassion and care. What is a mask to us today? In fact, the mask hasn't changed. The mask may still wish to connect ourselves and others with compassion. There is no reason for a conformed and a non-conformed person to be hostile to each other. Some believe that the ban on Chinese entry was the solution we Koreans should have taken in the first place. After all, aren't we now all banned from entering other countries? All of us, Chinese, Korean, American, or Italian, are just vulnerable people. The archetype of the mask is talking to us again. Anyone can be infected. People should not be ostracized nor attacked. Rather, all people are subject to compassion and care. I hope that even if we may face a shortage of masks, we will never lack compassion and care for each other. Now, close your eyes and think of all the people who are wearing masks around you, or those who are facing your mask. Imagine that all those people and you are closely connected to each other, as the archetypal meaning of the mask implies. They are all vulnerable beings, like you and me, who can also be harmed by fine dust. So we all need to protect each other. The mask you wear is a mask that cares about them. Why don't you try on the archetypal mask that will connect us all again? How to use it? It's not so difficult. You don't have to try to get rid of all the anxiety or hostility in your minds that you may have right now. However, try to remember little by little the implication of the archetypal mask: compassion and care for each other. Now, how does the archetypal mask solve our mental disturbance and psychological chaos? Let me give you an example. Suppose your heart is a bathtub. It's full of cold water that you can't even dip your toe in. Even worse, you are unable to turn off the faucet that's pouring out cold water. One way to change the temperature is to open the hot water faucet and let the hot water flow out little by little. Even if it takes time, the bathtub in your heart can soon turn into warm water for anyone to to soak in comfortably. My friends, do you feel you have no choice but to be wary of the people who are wearing masks right now? That's totally understandable. You can leave the faucet as it is right now with your fear and hostility. However, please open the faucet of compassion and care. Through this mindful meditation on the archetype of the mask, we will be able to warm our tufts of minds with compassion and care, even without having to turn off the faucet of fear. Sooner or later, the people we meet, the world we experience, will start to warm up. This is how to wear a new mask in your mind. Try wearing a new mask in your mind right now. The archetypal mask is called the mask of compassion and care. And as you get the chance to wear that mask, imagine that you and the unknown, the people that you never knew, and all the people who live together on Earth are actually sharing the same air under the same sky as you. This will never change. My friends, can you all look forward to the day when we can safely share our healthy breath for each other without a mask? Wishing for that day from now on, I'm urging you all to wear a special mask inside. The mask of compassion and care. I'm sure that day will come soon. Peace be with you all. God bless.